The fact that she couldn't answer directly whether she did or not was stunning, number one. Number two, she kept shifting it to all kinds of other things, and this is routine. This was about my personal email, but this happens, and this is a bureaucratic thing over what's classified and not. Happens all the time. As you well know, Jenna, this does not happen all the time. This is a very unique situation that Hillary Clinton is involved in. I know of no other cabinet secretary that had their own personal server in their personal home. That's where all of this started, and it also started with, in March, at her first news conference on all of this, she said there was no classified information on the server. Now we know, as you said at the top, there may be hundreds of emails with classified information. She now says she didn't know because it wasn't marked, but obviously the FBI is going through that, and they're going through the server. Who wiped it? Why did they wipe it? And what are they going to find? A lot of big questions coming.
So notable. You've been following her on the campaign trail. She notoriously hasn't answered a lot of questions. So how did this impromptu Q&A even come about? And since we only saw her at the podium, set the scene for us. Yeah. Who else was in the room?
Yeah. So there were maybe a few hundred people at a town hall in the north side of Las Vegas. The press was in the back of the room. Before the event, we got an indication she might come back and take a few questions from us, but it was uncertain. We thought she might do it in large part because she's now going to the Hamptons for a vacation for a week and a half or 2 weeks. And so she obviously, we all felt in the press corps, we were talking amongst ourselves, that she wanted to kind of shape the narrative because she's going to be sort of down and off the campaign trail here for a couple of weeks. That's how it sort of came together. And then basically she left after the town hall, did an interview with a network, I believe, and then came back. They cleared the room of all the town hall participants, and they set up this little podium, and we were just sitting. You didn't see me on camera, as you say, but we were sitting in one row of chairs in front of her. She was 10 or 15 feet from us, and when they called on me, I was surprised because they haven't called on me yet throughout this whole campaign. And as you say, I think I finally got an interview, I guess.
Well, there you go, and what an interview it was. Curious to the reaction inside the room. I know other journalists were there at the time, to the joke that she made about wiping the server clean with a cloth. Was there any notable reaction to that? And after this exchange happened, have you heard from the Clinton team? Did they want to clarify anything she had to say to you?
Two things on that. On the Clinton campaign, after previous exchanges with Hillary Clinton, I've gotten a lot of blowback. Why did you interrupt her in Iowa at that event, a couple months ago? This time I got a call and I didn't really get any blowback. I was told that they felt the questions were fair. They were direct. What I think the problem is for Hillary Clinton is that if you look at Politico this morning, they have a big story saying there are Democratic donors, again, not Republicans, Democratic donors, allies of Hillary Clinton, watching this exchange yesterday saying, why couldn't she answer some of those questions? And so I think I don't want to use the word panic, but the concern among some Democrats about, is the front runner really shored up here? I think it's only increasing after she sort of fumbled some of the questions, number one. And number two, in fairness to them, they're saying, look, we answered this question about the server a long time ago when both Hillary Clinton and her attorney, David Kendall, had previously told Congress that, look, information was removed from this server. Well, number one, there is a difference between just deleting emails and sort of totally wiping it so there's no data on there. So I don't think they quite had said that before. But number two, if they really had addressed this before, as their campaign is saying on Twitter and elsewhere, they were sending me tweets saying, we've already answered this, then why couldn't the candidate answer that basic question? If they already answered this and it's no longer a looming question, I asked her 5 or 6 times perhaps, did you wipe the server? And she couldn't answer. So that's what's really baffling, and frankly, not baffling to me. It's baffling to Democrats saying, why couldn't she answer?
Interesting. And before I let you go, the reaction, though, to her wiping the server with the cloth, did that joke go over well?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I meant to get that. I'm sorry if I went on too long.
That's okay.
In the room, nobody really reacted to me. But what I think I've got a lot of messages, again, not just from Republicans, but Democrats saying, why did she do that, a joke again? And what I keep hearing from people reacting to it is it reminded them of the Snapchat joke in Iowa over the weekend, where she got a question, I think, from Jeff Zeleny or someone over the weekend and from CNN. And anyway, she said, messages disappear. Or this was in a political speech, I guess, Friday night. Then she got a question from Zeleny on Saturday. But she joked about it, and she joked about it again yesterday. And I think it might have fallen flat because people are just saying, look, here's your chance to address it. Why are you joking about it?